Hey YouTube, it's that dude named Dave and welcome to my channel. Before we get started, we have to do my price of admission. I don't charge much for these videos. Like, subscribe, and the bell notification below. You guys are watching my videos, but everyone is still not sub yet. So let me help you by helping me out here. Give you guys a few seconds to do this. Okay, few seconds, we have that out the way. Today's video, we're coming back to Kevin Samuels. This one is part 2 from yesterday. The original link, I'm gonna put it right here. As we know from yesterday's video, if you didn't see it, we'll do a quick recap. She wanted a man who made at least 100,000. When Kevin wanted to be more direct, she said $250,000. And then when the conversation really got deep, she said $1 million. So I wanted to pick it back up because this was a very, very long interview and we're gonna talk about monogamy and sharing. So let's get to the video. We're gonna let Kevin cook in. We're gonna try to make this make sense.
Because million is extremely high. You know, I would put you in the top 15 or 10%, but not million. That's a very different category. And those guys, you would think are beneath you. If a guy made $85,000, you would thinking he's beneath you.
I wouldn't consider him beneath me. I feel like I would have a hard time trusting his ability to provide for our children and our home.
Y'all hear that? A woman is literally stating that a man makes $85,000 a year. I don't want to go down a rabbit hole. You've seen my videos here, but let's just keep it basic. A man making that much is making about twice the amount of the average man. And that is almost twice the amount of the average family. And you're stating that you're questioning his ability to provide. Now, I know you're in Miami, but just the concept and logic of money management. Let's get back to the video.
So what's more important, people or your lifestyle?
Interesting question.
The ability to provide, so people.
No, ma'am. If a man is making $85,000, he can provide. He just can't provide a luxe lifestyle.
Facts.
I asked the question exactly how I asked it.
You're right. So money is going to be over for the lifestyle I'm looking for.
No. What's likely going to happen, because you can, if I put you in the room with these men, they would find you attractive. But let's go down that path. Are you okay with sharing?
Oh, here we go.
Sharing my relationship with another woman?
Yes, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Let's hear it.
No.
100%.
No.
No?
So, you want a millionaire.
Would you drink out of a water bottle after me?
Excuse me. You want a millionaire. Because I asked you what's more important, people, relationships, or money. And at least you're aware enough to know, and I'm not going to call you shallow, but people will call it vain. That's cool. A lot of attractive women really are vain because you get shit given to you because you have pretty privilege. But I crisscross this country talking to women who are as attractive or more, who are single as hell. Matter of fact, they are headquartered in 5 cities: Los Angeles, Houston, Chicago, New York City, and Miami.
Shout out to Chicago.
Pretty professional prison.
Mm-hmm.
The men that, if your ego was in check, you would more likely be able to get with a guy who's top 15, top 10% earner, but you don't trust his ability to provide. He's in the top 15 or 10%, but he cannot provide Dior or Hermes. But if that's what you require, please, why should that man only have one woman?
Because I wouldn't ask him to drink out of the same water bottle another man drank out of.
She been waiting to say that comment.
Stop trying to defeat. No. When have men in the top 1% in any monetary system, any system of government, any country, any time frame on the planet been strictly monogamous?
Before she answers that, let's ask that to the tribe here and to the comment section. We're not talking about average men. We're not talking about just the run-of-the-mill, the guy you see every day. We're talking about the high earners, the rich men, the millionaires, the top 1%, the creme de la creme men. When have any of these type of men in society, where we're looking here in the United States, anywhere in the world in history, Middle East, South America, Africa, kings, nobles, let's put it out there. Whenever this man of this type of value, this type of worth, this type of status, and even in the Bible, when has this man ever been monogamous? We're not talking about regular guys again. I don't want women saying that all men cheat things. We're talking about the less than 1 to less than 1% here. Now let's hear her answer.
You're right. There's not a lot of monogamy left in a lot of countries.
No, not
really.
1% men. When have men who are royalty or nobles ever been strictly monogamous?
When?
We're not seeing it, no.
So then why do you get it?
Quiet.
In this day and age, there's a very high chance I'm not going to get it, but I do like to believe in hope that I can achieve it.
So you want to set yourself up for failure?
Exactly. And for many women too, she's not the only woman who looks for a high 6-figure average man, 250,000 up, or $1 million man. And you know what? You ladies want monogamy. You want the guy to be all to yourselves. You want it all. Here's the question. Never in history has this man committed to one woman. And if he has all the spoils, what makes you special? What makes you different from any woman in modern history? The top creme de la creme queens, and these kings had concubines. So here in 2022, what makes you different that he can stick with just you? Not every man, this 1% man, less than 1% man that all you ladies are running after. Let's get back to the video now.
Because because if put you in a room with a guy who's making $80,000 and you wouldn't trust his ability to provide, and put you in a room with a 7-figure man and he says straight up, "Oh, you could be my wife, but I am going to have 1 or 2 women on the side," you'll know about it.
At least we're getting honest.
Oh no, we're gonna be real honest, because here's the question: can you roll with it? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I can pull up some women right now that I've talked to about this concept for several months, who who women you would say, she's smart, she got far more than me, and they accept it. I've learned this from these women. So ma'am, I'm asking you, if you want these millionaire men, cool, let's roll down there. You don't get strict monogamy.
You're right. In 99.9% of situations, we're not going to get it. But
so you're still holding out for the 1%? You're still trying to hold out for the 0.1%?
No, of course
Is
not.
it better to get the lifestyle you want and have to share your man, have no man, or have to decrease your lifestyle?
I do feel like it's better to share my man and have my lifestyle and my family. Yes, I do. I would take that over being alone. Come on now.
No, I don't know, because
we don't
the way
know.
you're talking, you want it all.
Right.
No, I would settle. If I had to settle, I would settle for my family and my
Settle?
lifestyle with a high
What
value
would you be
man.
settling? Why?
I'm sharing.
Y'all hear this?
He's the asset, not you. He'd be selling for you.
Exactly. You hear how women tried to justify this? I'm not going to settle. This man who's going to provide your lifestyle, the man that is so rare that he is not the everyday walking average man here. He's going to be able to provide us. You don't have to work. You can live in Miami, Florida. You can have the house. You can have the kids. You're going to have the lux. You're going to be able to live what you want to be and be in your feminine energy. And you're saying that you have to settle? No. If you want this very, very rare man, he is settling if he decides, you know what, I'm just going to chill with one woman. That's one woman. That's all I need. And here's the thing. There are some men, I don't want to paint this picture. There are some men who are at this stage who are so busy. That's all they got time for, because they're always working. They barely have time for their wife. But if he wants to have 1 or 2 at the side, who are you to question that when you don't have to do nothing but just be feminine and be in your place here? If you want monogamy, this ain't the man you want. So ladies, think about that here. You cannot question it saying that, oh, this has to be our one and all or nothing at all. You know it's going to be nothing at all. Let's get back to the video.
See, that's the women who get with these men. They have that. They understand that's the bag.
That's the catch.
But you, and I'm no offense, but what tends to happen with attractive women is you get so much attention. You think that men at this level, and you think you can treat all the men at the same level. And I'm sitting here talking, I'm like, dear heart, I know the men you're talking about. And they're like, yeah, I'd kick it with her for a little bit. I'd spend 30, 50 on it, and then I'm out. I'm not gonna try to manage this. They're not gonna work with you. They're not gonna try to train you up. They're gonna just go ahead and 1099 girlfriend you out. Here you go, baby girl. Here's your severance package. What's your...
I respect that, Kevin, and that is so true. I want my men in the tribe to recognize this here. I see many comments, and you know what though? I do my simping from time to time, but in a joking manner, but you can understand where my simping goes. I'll say it again. This woman here, she gets the Red Lobster treatment. She gets the cheddar biscuits. She gets the endless shrimp. You know, she might get a Long Island to go with that as well. But am I wifing her? Am I gonna put her in the stable here to say, you know what though? She gets to live, she gets to be on my side. She's my iron candy. She's who I want to show when I'm in these rooms. No. Her attitude is showcasing that she wants to be at the finish line as me as the finished product. When I know that there's women who rock with me without knowing all these other things here. They don't need to see the finished product. They need to know that they're being taken care of, and they know that I'm protecting, providing, and letting them be in their feminine strength and their feminine energy. She wants to be the trophy at the end of the race, not grind and battle with you during the process here. So when we see that here, you know what we see? 5 to 10 years, divorce. 5 to 10 years, she's trying to take half, and then you're battling in court. So this is a woman here is either a plaything, or you write up an ironclad prenup and you just give her a severance package at the end. Let's get back to the video.
Your friend's name or your sister? I'm not joking. I'm dead ass serious. I'm dead ass serious. And you can collect Birkin bags and Mitzvahs and all other kind of stuff, and Kelly purses and Chanel bags. You can collect all that stuff. But at 30 years old, if you have not secured, well, actually it's 27. If you haven't secured it, you're going to have to start making.
Yeah, she's 27, y'all.
So,
and the discount being monogamy.
Oh, the $1 million man, you can automatically write that off. You would be better off understanding that at best, you'd be lucky if you could get a man like that to marry you. So
facts.
That should be where you set your limit. Whatever he does, he marries me, I'm good. Whatever he does, that's fine. That would be a better attitude.
And Kevin just said what I said here. You should be content if the fact that this man is willing to be that serious with you to go down that route to give his last name to you. That is something you should strive for. Not thinking you're going to get this man. If said man, if you meet him, it's going to go down on one knee and give you that ring. Ladies, you guys are putting the cart before the horse. You thinking that all these men here actually exist when there's only so few, and then you're thinking that at any given time, he's gonna show up and I just need to be my pretty self and it's going down. Wrong. Back to the video.
Other than trying to control what he's doing. Because what you've demonstrated here is your tolerance for anything other than that doesn't exist. So it's either that or nothing. You know what's extremely sad? 55-year-old used to be pretty women.
Oh. I hate to pause again. I want to make this point that whenever I go to Vegas, know who we call them? The auntie team. You will see about 4 or 5 women like this here in their 40s or 50s, all single. They doing their little, women's trip, having a good time here. And you want to know something? They are attractive women for their age, but it's sad because you know what though? They wasted their youth and now they're out here trying to get drafted. And you know what? Guys like me, this seems like, oh yeah, she's attractive, or she's cute, but we just keep it moving. We looking right past them. What Kevin is saying and how men thinking, that is a fact. Back to the video.
My family and my lifestyle though over monogamy. I've said that.
That's a better mindset to be in, but then you still gotta get it.
Gotta get them.
And what we've shown is you don't know them, so how are you going to get them? They're not even in your social circle.
I wouldn't say they're not.
Here's the funny thing. In these focus groups, And I'm gonna tell you, when I start putting these men on camera and they start telling you themselves, you'll see it. When you start hearing that you're not even in the places where they are. And I'll tell you how I know that, because as soon as you said the age range, you're out.
I feel like high value men most of them are very.
Let me recap here. She thought that $1 million can happen for a man at 25 to 30 years old. Yes. She really thinks that millionaires, black men on top of that, are a lot of them between 25 and 30 years old. Make that make sense.
Very boring, especially in those professions. They're hanging out in different places. I would have to change where I'm going.
You feel like they're boring?
What?
I do. I definitely feel like the professions, they're definitely boring. And
y'all
they're
hear
in
this?
different places, so I would have to change where I'm going to put myself in those environments. I don't think that
Boring.
they're unobtainable. I have to make the changes to go to those rooms.
The men who make millions of dollars have boring lifestyle.
I feel like a majority, they're living a life of peace. They're not out here in clubs and bars. They're living a life
Peace?
of peace.
What?
Folks, I just let that run.
Are y'all serious?
I let that run because the arrogance it takes to make that statement
Facts,
is
Kev.
mind-boggling.
You're a 45-year-old
Mind-boggling.
in a club
The
11
men
on
who
Sunday.
make millions of dollars have to live a lifestyle of structure. They work a lot. And this
Discipline.
this is why I want you guys to understand that it doesn't matter from average to over here. They all want everything. You want a millionaire. You want to be a housewife. You want to have a luxe lifestyle. You want monogamy and you want excitement. French Bulldog, Shar-Pei, Yorkie. You're laughing now.
Because I'm saying if I'm giving up the monogamy, what's stopping me from going to those places where that high value man is?
Nothing's stopping you from going there, but why would he pick you?
Because I'm again bringing that peace and that making his life easier.
Man.
What?
So you don't think that I can
Man,
bring peace?
no, I don't. No, not you. No, I think you're another builder. Women like you require a lot of attention, and you're high maintenance. High maintenance is opposite of peace. You're a side chick.
Why would I be high maintenance if I?
Because, man, listen, I'll tell you. You're high maintenance because you require luxury lifestyle. Listen, you're high maintenance because you require luxe lifestyle. That means the women who normally get these kind of guys get with these guys when they're in process and they build with them. You want to be standing at the finish line with pom-poms waiting for him to get there.
That's what I was just saying earlier.
You don't even want to be in the finish line. You want to be in the executive seat or the box on the yacht, and you just want to show your titties and smile and say, "Take me." And he's like, "All right, I fuck you.
Wow.
I do this with you, and we may make some pretty babies. Let me put about 2 or 3 million into this because she is going to go left. Sign this prenup because you're getting a prenup. Sign this, and here's your."
Exactly. And for my men who say that prenups are not good or not effective, there are situations that can occur. I just want to stop this to say, you know what? That's because a lot of prenups who don't work because men wrote their own prenups. They went online, Googled it, saw a template, and drafted out and had your lady sign it. And you know what? Those things normally don't hold up in court. Or you do drop a good one with a lawyer, but then you don't want to do everything the lawyer says. You kind of stop halfway. You have that template and it doesn't work out. For these things to work, 99.9 effective for a prenup. You hire yourself a lawyer, you hire her a lawyer. You go through and you draft everything up together between the two lawyers. And then when you sign at least 3 months before the marriage date, and you have all parties in the same room to get it out the way. That is the only way a prenup is really going to work. And then during the marriage, do not do any drastic changes to the documentation or try to forge it so that it makes it invalid. If something's got to change, you go back to the lawyers and then you re-update it basically. But that is the way a prenup's going to work. And women like this here, if you were going to put yourself in that situation, like I said earlier, oh yeah, she gets the paperwork. And let's say that there's a lot of women say, I'm not signing no prenup. Well, you know what then? That man is going to go and find a woman who will sign that prenup. Back to the video.
Exit clause. Now, because she is going to go left because she requires a luxury lifestyle, you're already going to be a loss leader. And they're going to have other women because you're not in it for him. You're in it for you.
Exactly.
That, by definition, is not peace.
All she's talking about is money.
So how can I be? I just want to know if I'm a modern day woman with a substantial income, equal or even greater in a sense, how can I not make our life easier in a relationship?
Because you want to be a housewife, your income doesn't matter.
Exactly.
I can pay a light bill.
No.
I can cook. I can clean.
No.
How come there are women who make more money than you who can't get men at their financial level?
What does housewife mean? You're at home. Housewife means you're at home. You're not working. You don't have a career. If this man has millions, what is the point of you paying a light bill? Here in Chicago, ComEd, Nightcore, you know, with everything going on, if you're home all day, it may cost you about what, $120, $140 a month, depending on your size of your house here. If you're home all day in the summertime, AC, $175 a month. What is your $175 a month gonna do for a man who makes millions? What do you want to do? Why are you so focused on paying a few bills that may cost a couple $100 here? He's not worried about that. See how she's thinking here? See how women think? A man who has that kind of money is not worried about a few bills here and there. He needs you to be in your peace. You can't help out. Let's get back to the video.
I feel like
Man, I ask you a question. Listen.
Because
listen. Stop. Listen. Women, there are women, like you can look at entertainment and see this often. Why are women they want their peers? They'll work people and make records with them, make movies with them, but they can't marry men at their level or higher. Because those men have options and they want something different. Women who have the bag have to marry down. You want to marry up.
So I bring nothing so my income, okay, we'll take away my income. My ability to be a homemaker doesn't count for anything?
I didn't say it didn't count for anything, but it doesn't count for $1 million.
Right.
Okay, ma'am, let's be reasonable. If your ability to be a homemaker or whatever it is you bring to the table was a product, what would differentiate your product from other products on the shelf?
Good question.
It's 100% vegan.
Huh?
The content, it's vegan. It's not damaged. I don't
It's
have
the packaging.
children.
Man. You're trading on your packaging more than anything else because I haven't heard much of content. Because contents don't need to go to therapy because they were egotistical.
But the ability to change and listen to my man in a relationship and allow my man to be that leader that preach, provide, and protect should count for something.
Not millions of dollars. They don't want to. The men that do this don't let you allow nothing. The women come over there with whatever you like. See, you're used to being in control. And you keep leveraging what you have, and they're like, I don't care about that. I'm being honest with you, man. And the thing is, okay, you're not going to be on top. He's in charge. You are secondary. It's about him, not you. And what I'm getting from you is your life is about you.
And on that note, I'm gonna stop the video here. Like I said in the first video, this is long. The first video, you know, is my longest reaction ever because it was just so many gems. In this one here, I just let this go because it was good dialogue. It was good back and forth here. So maybe part 3? I don't know. I normally don't do another reaction to the video. I like to just keep it moving, but this is so much good conversation here that I want to bring to the tribe here and to the family and friends. Let's just do a quick recap here. What do you guys think about this woman? And I'm using her as an example because there are so many women today. Like we use black women because I'm a black man, but just say women in general who are looking for this kind of man, a man who makes $1 million. And then when we explain as men what is entitled to get men, do you hear the question and logic that goes with her? She wants to justify all these things that she has, but doesn't understand the true value of what that man is bringing to the table. This is a very, very rare man, an exceptional man. Now, I'm not going to go on the quality and character because there's going to be some women here. We got a gang of feminists who just want to go ahead and dog men regardless of the comments and not even paying attention to the videos. No, we're going to go on what the subject matter is. You want this kind of man who makes this kind of money. You want to live in Florida. You want to have the house. You want to have the kids. You want to be a housewife. You want to be in your feminine energy and relax and be you. You know what that requires? That requires the fact that you need to be submissive, and that's a bad word, but at the same time too, these are the kind of men who have options. If anything, these men do not really need to get married. But the fact that if this type of man is willing to get married, where are you to be in a bargaining power to say, you know what though, I want X, Y, and Z, when you know what though, there is so many women like you and there's so few men like him. So ladies, what I am saying here is if you're going to choose this kind of man, there are sacrifices. Now, if you're a modern woman, this is not going to work. And being a modern woman, he is not going to marry you anyway. Like Kev said here, we're just going to look at you as girlfriend status. True men who are this kind of valuable here, high value, make that kind of money, they want to know if that woman is there for them and not there for the lifestyle. Now, he may have you there for arm candy for events, but are you going to be on the insurance papers? Will you be on the life insurance? Do you get everything that comes if something happens to him? If the answer is no, you know what that means? You are just for play. You are for show and not for go. So ladies, let's set our standards, our expectations. What are you really looking for? If you really want monogamy, you want a man that you can trust, man, provide, to be the covenant over your household, this may not be the kind of man that you're looking for. There are so many good men here, but if you're gonna price yourself out to look for this kind of man, where that you, along with the other millions of women, are looking for the same man here, what are the outcomes? We're gonna see once again, as we continue down, so many women who are gonna have dogs and cats and be alone. And then when they get to their 50s saying where all the good men are at, but the good men were here, just the fact that you were looking for one man and that man had access to tons of women. Comment, like, subscribe. Click on that bell notification below. I wanna hear what you guys gotta say here about Kevin and his assessments. What about my assessments? And this woman here and her crazy expectations or needs, because this is the second time we're doing this here. And if we need to do a part 3, let me know. But until next time, I'm that dude named Dave. See y'all later, YouTube world.